Treyarch is absolutely cooking right now. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? So now that Kowakujo has been out for a few weeks, I thought it was finally time for me to do my review on what I think about this map. And I wanted to start off by saying that this is one of the coolest looking zombies maps that I've ever seen. It's essentially a Japanese castle set at the foot of a bunch of erupting volcanoes, and I'm not gonna lie, this map has so much fucking sauce. Like, I love the lava that flows around the map and the cherry blossom trees. Like, this map just looks so colorful and I absolutely love it. The lava is honestly a great mechanic where you have to pretty much watch where you're going, or else you could fall into a pit of lava and you won't be able to move or anything. But not only does it act as a map specific hazard, but the lava is also dynamic, meaning if you come back to a certain area at a later round, all of the lava will be solidified, and if you throw grenades and stuff in it, it'll also react to the grenade exploding. But you'll also want to be careful in these areas, as the lava can come back, and sometimes it can literally happen when you're standing right on top of it, so you have to be super careful as to where you're going. You can also get pretty punished if you go into the lava as well. Like, once you step foot in it, it slows down your movement speed significantly, and it does a shit ton of damage to you. I'm a huge fan of this mechanic, especially since it just looks cool, but it also keeps you on your feet doing something, moving around a little bit. There's also a mechanic that at some points, some areas of the map will fill up with ash, which then you have to leave the area or else you'll take a little bit of damage from it. Like, the atmosphere of this map is absolutely fucking stunning, and I've always wanted a volcano type map in zombies, and I think they absolutely delivered here. Like, it's just fucking oozing an atmosphere. The zombies and the special enemies are also designed to fit this map really well as well. You have the Oni, which is honestly one of the coolest enemies we've ever had in zombies, and he's not that hard to take down whatsoever. You have the Hellhounds on this map as well, which is also nice to see, and I think they honestly fit this map really well. Another thing that I really like about this map are the special rounds. The assault waves are essentially back from Firebase Z, but this time around they're way less annoying. I personally love the assault waves as they keep you on your feet moving during high rounds, but they can also get super intense, which makes it a lot more entertaining than just falling asleep during a dog round every single map. They can also be punishing if you fail them, but it's not too bad to the point where it's super annoying like Origins. All you have to do is just reactivate the flags again. I also love how they utilize the dragon during the assault waves as well, as one of my biggest criticisms with Totenreich was the fact that Dravacar, I feel like, didn't really show up enough in the map unless you were doing the Easter egg. So this, in my opinion, is absolutely a step in the right direction. Now, the next thing I did want to talk about is the Wonder Weapon, because honestly, I see some people kind of mixed on this Wonder Weapon, but honestly, I think it's one of the best Wonder Weapons of all time personally. Now, the Wonder Weapon is literally a cat, which honestly I find charming, and this is the kind of zombies whimsy that old Zombies was known for. The cat has 3 different firing modes as well. You have the normal fire, of course. You also have a charge shot where you can shoot a big ass hairball and take out a whole bunch of zombies. And then you have my personal favorite attack, the cat scratch. Now, my only issue with this Wonder Weapon is the fact that it does fall off once you get to the higher rounds, but that's more of an issue with almost every single Wonder Weapon in this game to begin with. But nonetheless, I still think it's a really cool Wonder Weapon, and I also think it actually makes sense for this map since there's a lot of Japanese folklore and Japanese history tied to this Wonder Weapon. It's actually really interesting. Some people want to hate on this Wonder Weapon, but people also forget that we had a scorpion gun that shoots lasers and a worm that shoots black holes that you fist up the ass, for Christ's sakes. Like, zombies has never been realistic, not even close. The quest to get it is also, honestly, one of my favorite Wonder Weapon quests, and I don't find this quest to be that difficult. I know there's some people that don't really like the step where you have to sneak up on the cat, but I personally really like it. It also just makes you learn the map a little bit more because you have to memorize these locations of where the cat could possibly be. There's also a step where you have to throw the cat in the lava and follow like footprints and stuff like that, and then build the cat grenade and everything. It's a pretty neat quest, and I honestly like it a lot. There are also just some other map features and mechanics that I really like as well. One example is the kite you can take across the map for the fast travel. It's a really unique mechanic, and honestly it's a lot better than seeing the blue portal animation every single time you want to fast travel. The only thing I kind of wish they did with this kite is I kind of wish there was a side Easter egg where you could upgrade it and it can make it so you can control it yourself and fly around the map yourself. That would be cool. I also really like the power and pack-a-punch process on this map, as well as instead of having your basic power switch on every single map, this map switches it up by making it so you have a couple of wards you have to capture, which you basically can't get access to, like wall weapons and the mystery box and stuff like that, until these are activated. So it's basically the power of the map. I really like this mechanic personally. I know I've seen a few people complain about how we haven't had a classic power switch in a while, but at the same time, I feel like the classic power switch has gotten a little stale at this point, considering we've had it in so many maps. But I also think the process to get power on should be fun, and this is fun in my opinion. The pack-a-punch process isn't too bad on this map either. Once you have the 2 wards captured, you get access to the castle, which then you can fight an Oni and get access to the world seed, which then will activate pack-a-punch. It's a pretty simple quest, but it's also a fun one, so I really like it a lot. There are also some really cool and unique side Easter eggs on this map as well that have to be some of the best side Easter eggs in all of Zombies. Like, you can get the Path of Sorrows on this map. There's also an Easter egg with the cherry blossom tree that commemorates Tom Kane, who literally made an impact on this franchise. There's also a side Easter egg where you could upgrade the cat grenade thing, where it becomes one of the most useless equipment in this game to one of the most broken things I've ever seen for high rounds. There's also a whole ass side Easter egg where you can get a fucking mech suit, which I think is awesome, and they should do shit like this more often, to be honest. I also do really like the main quest on this map. I think this Easter egg is honestly pretty damn fun. The steps make sense, and I think the whole concept of it being a murder mystery is awesome. The narrative of this map also makes sense, as we're here to collect Takio's soul, so the map is basically centered around Takio. You also have a couple of Easter egg steps that are also callbacks to Easter egg steps from previous games as well. The only issue I really have with this Easter egg is the fact that the quest takes a little bit long to do. Like, my first attempt just trying to do this Easter egg took me over 3 hours. Which, don't get me wrong, that's not necessarily a bad thing, and I think that's honestly what Zombies needs, but at the same time, I understand those people that don't really have the time to sit there and do a 2 to 3 hour Easter egg. But the map also has an amazing boss fight to compensate for it, so it's really worth it in my opinion. It just takes kind of long to get through this Easter egg, where if I just want to fight just to get through this Easter egg, just to get through the boss, it's kind of a drag. But either way, the Easter egg on this map is absolutely incredible, and I honestly like it better than Totenreich's Easter egg. I just wish it was a little bit shorter. And the story, like I said, is also pretty good. You're basically trying to figure out who murdered Takio's brother and collecting evidence and everything like that. Both the intel and the main story on this map are absolutely fantastic. The ending cutscene is okay. It's definitely not terrible, but it's nothing bombastic, and for the second to last map of this game, you would think that it would be a little more intense, or there would be a little bit more going on to set up the finale. Again, it's not bad whatsoever. It just follows the same formula that the rest of the end cutscenes in this game do, where it's mostly just the characters talking about where they're going next. I also find it a little bit weird, since this map is about Takio Takio that Takio has like 3 voice lines in the entire cutscene. Granted, it's not really that big of a deal because they tell most of the story in the map itself anyway. But it still would have been nice even to just get a little bit of dialogue from the Warden, since we haven't really seen the Warden that much throughout the game except for Ashes of the Damned and Paradox Junction. But either way, even though I expected a little bit more from this cutscene, it still does this job of teasing the final map, which we did get a first look at what the final map is going to look like, which it looks pretty cool. And I assume this map is gonna follow the same format as Totenreich and Kowakujo as well, because personally these 2 maps have been a great step in the right direction in my opinion. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens when the final map comes out. But either way, I think Kowakujo is a fantastic map, and it's definitely a great step in the right direction. And Totenreich and Kowakujo both have honestly blown me away, considering I was a little bit skeptical about the future of this game after Paradox Junction. Like, this isn't just one of the best modern zombies maps, this is one of the best zombies maps in general, in my opinion. And I think there's also some other people in the community that can agree with me as well. Like, this map is absolutely peak. But let me know what you guys think of Kowakujo in the comments. Do you guys think this is one of the best maps of all time, or do you think this map is overglazed as fuck? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this, or you want to stay up to date with new videos. Alright, see ya.